beautiful people, welcome or welcome back to another episode of Life with Lumii podcast. Oh my god, I missed saying that and I didn't know how much I missed it up until now. So let me say it once again. Hey beautiful people, welcome or welcome back to another episode of Life with Lumii podcast. Did you miss me? Because I do miss you. I know. It's been a minute. It's been a very hot minute. And let me start off by saying that Life with Lumii podcast went on a much needed break. And I apologize for not communicating that early enough. I mean, people reached out asking the podcast, when are we coming back? Why are we not getting new episodes? Or, if Lumii has given up. But let me say that it shall not be heard that Lumii gave up. Amen. Either ways, it was a very needed break, and I'm so thankful for everyone that reached out or checked in while we were away. And if you remember the last episode from the last season titled Go Hard or Go Home, it just feels like we went home and didn't want to come back. If you know, you know. But we are back. So, hey beautiful people, welcome or welcome back to another episode of Life with Lumii podcast. I feel like I'm going to say this over and over again this episode. So if you hear it, just smile or blush or do both, okay? So I guess this is the part where I reintroduce myself. Hello, I am Oluwapelumi Adeyemi, but you can call me Lumii. I am the humble host of this phenomenal space where life gets better just by hearing my voice. I mean, those are the words on the streets, because I don't know how it happened, but it just happens, and that is all on God, okay? So if this is your first time here, hello and welcome. Thank you for listening. You are at the right place. Life with Lumii podcast is the go-to podcast for every young adult who wants to thrive. The society is such a tough place to be, and the complexity that comes with navigating life does not even make it any better. I mean, it's not enough that nobody prepared us for every phase we have to go through, but it's also expected that we figure out life ourselves, right? However, you're not alone. There are 1,001 persons trying to navigate life as well, and that is where Life with Lumii podcast comes in, because once again, this is that space where life gets better just by hearing Lumii talk, okay? Our conversations are centered around experiences learned from being a 20-something-year-old Christian girl living in Nigeria, which cuts across faith, purposeful living, growth, life lessons, career, emotional or mental well-being, love, friendship, family, and of course provide practical solutions and insights for life challenges while motivating you to be the best version of yourself. I strongly believe that the gift of experience that God has given anyone is worth every value. So join me as we seek clarity and inspiration together. Yes, so welcome or welcome back to that space where life gets better just by hearing Lumii talk. I think it's just right that I gave you life updates on things that I've been up to while away. A lot has happened in the past few months. I mean, we are already in the second half of the year. How? But let me first ask, how are you? How are you doing? How have you been? What have you been up to? Please share with me. What lessons have you learned in the first half of the year? What are you currently learning? I recently had a friend who would always ask these questions, and it just brings you to that point where you reflect on things that has been going on in your life, and you see that, when you're reflecting, you get to know that a lot has even been happening that you might not have been aware yourself till you start to reflect. For me, I've had to unlearn and relearn quite a number of things, and I'm grateful for every bit of experience that came with it. I've come to realize that no one is me, and that is my superpower. No one is me, and that is my power, right? The fact that I do things the way I do, I address situations the way I address them, makes me very unique and different from every other person, which is very amazing to see. It is just basically a self-realization of who I really am and the value that I carry, and it's been life-changing really. So I am channeling my energy into discovering myself the more and figuring out how to lead a purposeful life through the help of God. If there's one thing that have stuck with me and I owe dearly, is the testament of the fact that God will carry you. So over the last few months, I've had several experiences, and I can testify that God cannot bring you this far to drop you or leave you hanging. So I hold that dearly in my heart, and I hope that you do the same as well. So away from that, one hobby I recently picked up is to learn how to play chess. I do not want to feel like a latecomer because it seemed like every other person knows how to play except me. I mean, we had a chess board in my secondary school and people were learning and competing, whereas I didn't take it seriously, and instead I focused on playing Ludo or Scrabble, but which is not bad either ways. But then I suddenly developed interest in chess and I want to learn how to play it well. So I would say that this choice was inspired by Tunde Onokoya in Nigeria, and who recently broke the Guinness World Record for the longest chess marathon after playing for 60 hours non-stop. But aside from the inspiration from Tunde, I know that chess playing improves concentration, it increases problem-solving skills, it boosts creativity and boosts confidence, and I know that it generally just helps the brain. So yeah, need I say more? I have decided to challenge myself and have something new going on with myself as well. So I hope to share my progress from time to time as well. Again, I turned a year older in May, and I call this new age my boss lady era or boss lady season, because of course that is what I see. It is something along the lines of the Bible quote that goes, "As far as your eyes can see, I am giving you and your descendants as a permanent possession." Genesis 13:15-ish. So yeah, I'm a year older and I've never been more excited for the new age. I had the best birthday celebration yet, and I'm thankful for friends and family. If you know me, you know that I am super pumped about birthdays, and I will carry your birthday on my head if I know you personally. And I really appreciate that the actions and the gestures were reciprocated on my birthday. I mean, I still received birthday gifts weeks and even a month after my birthday. What manner of love is this that you guys love me? Also, Life with Lumii podcast turned 1 in June. Guys, it was so heartwarming to see that this little space that I started a year ago has grown into something big that has a positive impact for people across the globe, and I am super excited for what is to come, because the best is yet to come and it is starting now. Okay. So now to the real deal. Season 2 of Life with Lumii podcast is here. Let me take that intro again. Welcome back to Life with Lumii podcast. Yes guys, season 2 of Life with Lumii podcast is here, and it's even more exciting because we are expanding our wings. So Life with Lumii podcast is now on YouTube. If you don't know, we're now on YouTube and YouTube Music, and that is because Google Podcast is no longer available. So we have moved to YouTube and YouTube Music. And what does that say? It means that right now, as I speak to you, you should head over to YouTube now and hit the subscribe button. Okay, I'm waiting for you now. Hit the subscribe button, please. Like, follow, all that good stuff on YouTube, and let's grow our audience there as well. So in addition, you can also follow us on TikTok. We are now on TikTok. We are now on every social media platform, literally. You can follow on TikTok at Life with Lumii Pod or Life with Lumii Podcast, and we have a Facebook page at Life with Lumii Podcast as well. You can also subscribe to our mailing list so you get notified before any episode is released. I mean, I'm trying to create a community where I can personally relate with people, communicate with people, and get feedbacks ready, because I know that it works. So please, you find every of these links in the bio. Very easy that way. please follow, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I mean, you're having a good time listening to this podcast, so why keep it to yourself alone? Why now? Come on. So please share it to your friends, your family, your loved ones, and your enemy as well, and let's get people on board. And with that, beautiful people, we have come to the end of today's exciting episode. I hope you had a great time listening like I did chatting with you. So till next time, stay awesome and keep leveling up. Goodbye.